What's going on, everybody? Since we're all quarantined up, I thought I'd show you guys the process of how I make logos. I'm looking to make a new podcast logo for myself. That's foreshadowing. And basically, I'm going to use Adobe Illustrator for it. The first thing I do is I hit up Google, and you're going to want to search all relevant things to the logo you want to make. Currently, I want to make a podcast logo, so I'm going to look up things like sound wave logos, sound logos, audio logos, and other things of that nature. I scroll through all the images just trying to get inspired and finding out things that I like. I'm looking for fonts, I'm looking for colorways, I'm looking for shapes, sizes, and how things balance out. You can see here I really like this wavelength on this sound logo, so I'm going to take it and then I'm going to put it on my timeline just like how you see. Right here on this WaveSync logo, I really like the blue and pink, but even more I like the gradient on this sound wave logo. If you can't find anything with your first search, make sure you switch it up. If I'm looking for yoga logos, I'm going to want to search for stretch logos. I'm going to want to search for Pilates logos just to get inspired. After I finish there, I look up podcast logos, then audio logos. And finally, I found the font that I want. Now, I don't necessarily know this font. So step 2 is finding the font. After organizing all your art on your artboard, you're going to want to go back to Google if you don't know the font. Save that photo to your desktop and then open up a new tab and search what the font. This is a website you're going to want to go to know the font on a static image. You then take that file from your desktop and you drag it onto their artboard. They're going to ask you if you want to subscribe, you say hell no, and finally it automatically selects the chunks you want. And boom, now you got the name of the font. Step 3, you're going to want to open up another tab in Google and search for that font to download for free, of course. But before we do that, let's switch up the music very quickly, and for that you could just go to SoundCloud. Alright, now back to the tutorial. The first 1 or 2 links should have your font available for download. You're going to want the TTF version. I don't know what this stands for, so don't ask me. No, we're not going to donate on this banner. Download that font. Make sure you open that up. Install that font, then head back over to Illustrator. What you wanna do here? Bitch, I'm a full like real bill. Still working on getting cool clear. You ain't got none of my shoe gear. Find your font in your type tool. And boom. Basically, everything from here on out, you're gonna just see me playing around with the logos, the fonts, the shapes, and all different things like that. I know that I want balance in my logo, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I then duplicate the logo just so I could come up to Object and Expand. Basically what this is doing is turning it into a vectorized graphic and not so much a typeface. Basically you see me here just making a square and then choosing the gradient tool to choose the gradients that I want to work with for this logo. Basically I'm also just sampling the Soundwave logo that I found from earlier just because I really like those colors. Now I'm going to work with the Soundline logo I found. Basically I'm doing the same thing here. I'm expanding it, turning it into a graphic instead of a static JPEG image. I'm switching it up a little bit to make it my own, and I'm really interested in using these sound waves. Do I care about copyright stuff? Nah. Pablo Picasso once said, good artists copy, but great artists steal. You tell that big man fuck that hoe, ain't studying that cheap trick. Sit for birthday, this wish on skirt egg. All I like is blowing that kush on you like Perpex. Y'all need so wet. Using the eyedropper tool, I select my gradient that I made, and of course making a few more changes. Boom, you got your main logo. We're making graphics, baby. I ended up messing around with the colors a little bit more, and I ended up finding this teal blue and this pinkish purple color that I really liked on black. You can clearly see other logos that I was working on the side of the artboard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. you guys got yourself a logo.
Hold that beat.